Guys, it's time to talk about the contract extensions. We got a bunch to talk about today. I think we have 3 to be exact. And we're going to start off with the first one that happened. It happened the day before episode 68 came out, but we just decided to save it for next week because the episode was pretty much done and there was nothing we could do.
Yeah.
So here it is. Tweets on the screen right now. This made Antoine's day, by the way.
Yes, it did.
It says, breaking. New York Knicks forward Mikal Bridges has agreed to a 4-year, $150 million contract extension with the franchise. Bridges takes a slight discount. Well, Shams went to quote the tweet and said, Bridges takes a slight discount from his max extension number, which was a whopping $6 million more.
Look, he took a discount.
In order to help the Knicks have flexibility to continue building the roster and add pieces to the East Championship contender. Very strong words at the end. But, Antoine, I'm sure this had you smiling from ear to ear. I'm sure you were just, you were climbing up billboards on Mikal Bridges Avenue in Manhattan.
Yeah, he was psyched.
How do you feel about this?
This is disgusting. This is a travesty. This is the worst franchise. No. In terms, I mean, I did see it happening. If I'm being honest, I would have liked for them, because this could be Julius Randle all over again. He gets paid, and he completely just stinks it up, and they move him 2 years into his deal. But I'm hoping it's not the case. But I would have liked it for him to earn it going into his contract year, play for something, urgency, like the NBA should have with these guys that are going into a contract year. But I guess maybe they wanted to just secure everybody long term, which I'm fine with. Clearly, he's not getting traded anymore. That's thrown out the window for me. Because that would have been nice during the midseason if he was also doing pretty bad.
I'm sure he can get traded. He probably won't be able to until January 15th.
Yeah. But, I mean, the good side is that he's coming back with a whole new coach. That is the reason why I have some hope, because if it was with Tibbs, I would say this is a red flag.
Yeah.
I would say it's a red flag. But with Mike Brown, I'm hoping he could revive what we saw a little bit in Brooklyn, what we saw in Phoenix. Now he has security. I hope he doesn't lay back like Randall did, because the New York media will get on you, and he would get a lot. So I would hope he puts his foot on the gas more, like JB does, like OG did his first year after his contract, like Cat's doing. The financial flexibility again has to do with the aprons and stuff, everything. We're gonna get into that later, with a team that just moved off of something like that, but I'm okay with it. 4-year, 115 for Mikal Bridges.
150.
It's 4-year, 150.
37.
Where did I see 115? 150. Okay,
I think
he's right.
It could be just 115, maybe like without
Guaranteed,
bonus. No, I don't
yeah.
think so. I think it's guaranteed at like 140 at least.
But regardless, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the 2 moves we made this offseason. 2 moves, because the bench is now a little better.
So you're okay with this?
I mean, it was gonna happen.
Okay.
It's like it's like, you know what I can say? Like, it's hard to explain, but it's like a player you want gone, but you know it's not gonna happen. You can tend to live with him being there.
Is that what it was, or do you feel like he played well enough for you guys to have re-sign him?
I also think JB and Josh Hart were in the ears of ownership to get him locked up, because they want to take care of their men.
I don't even
teammates.
I don't even think it's that. You traded 6 first-round picks.
Well,
for
that also, you gotta have the security, like OG. they secured, because you can't let go of RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly for nothing.
Right. Exactly. Let me ask you this.
I would like them to try to move Mitch before the season starts.
Okay.
But again, moving Mitch, you might not get a really good backup center anymore,
Right.
because we know how thin the center market is. Regardless, and having a Mitch who's supposed to be a starting caliber center.
Yeah, I say you keep Mitch. Mitch.
If I'm being honest, I think you start Mitch besides Cat this year,
Yeah.
just because you need the big man court. And I would move Hart to the bench, because, again, last year he struggled. So I would go JB, Mikal, OG, Cat, Mitch. And
That's a good lineup.
you run the bench with Hart, Clarkson, Yabu. Love Yabu. Yabu,
McBride.
my favorite player now.
He's already created a nickname for him.
Yabu.
Yabu's one of my. I love Yabu already. You
don't want to call him Selly?
Because they interviewed him on the Roommates podcast this past week.
He's cool.
Yeah.
Phenomenal player.
Nice.
Phenomenal guy.
He's
Love how
French,
he
though,
talks.
Gio. I know you don't like the French.
Yeah, that's the only issue.
Yabu's
But I think I like him.
I think I'm excited for just Yabu and how he's going to be, because I know we saw from LeBron dunk and in the Olympics, and he was on Philly. Philly was kind of ass. Now going to us to contribute, and it's going to be a lot more. Hopefully Mitch contributes, Clarkson contributes.
Yeah.
Hart, our backup point guard, is Still Clarkson.
It's going to be McBride.
Oh, McBride. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, you guys have a decent lineup.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. The East is going to be a throw up this year for a lot of teams.
It really is, yeah.
So listen, Mike Brown, you run with it.
Yeah.
He's probably going to have the best year for him coaching wise in the East.
You think he wins Coach of the Year, Mike Brown? I think there's a possibility.
Possible.
It's always an option. There's no guarantee he does.
Since the East is so wide open, I think Mike Brown has a very good possibility.
But the crazy thing, Tibbs just won it recently. I don't.
Did he actually? You're right.
So did Mike Brown.
So that's probably not gonna happen.
You can't throw it to another guy and another Knicks head.
Well, you could, but only if he really performs or outperforms the other guys.
If he gets the 1 seed, 100%.
You think so? Okay.
I
think it's possible the Knicks can get 1 seed.
I mean, it's possible they can get the 1 seed, but I still don't think he might be. I think Coach of the Year usually goes to a team that was pretty crap the year before. Like if the Knicks were like a 7 seed and then they get the 1 seed, I can understand it.
I could see Mitch Johnson if San Antonio works out well. I don't see that
at all. They're still a couple years away.
I
mean, we'll get into Coach of the Year. But
wait, can I ask you something quick?
Yeah.
I wanted to see if the Knicks were to trade Mikal Bridges, could they get anything good in return for him, or do you feel like teams lost trust or faith in Mikal Bridges?
Well, the crazy thing is that the Knicks reporter for The Athletic this past week, James Edwards, very good at what he does. He put out an article that the Knicks keep circling back to Giannis every week.
Here we go.
And they keep visiting the idea, talking internally about when or if it does happen, he requests out. If the Bucks start off piss poor and he requests out prior to the deadline or maybe closer to the deadline or even in the offseason, we'll see that he said that they're going to hop on that and try to maneuver it as best as they can, which means getting another team involved, trading away contracts. But the problem with us is that the Bucks just signed Miles Turner. They don't want Cat. If you wanted to get Giannis, Cat would have been the easiest option because they needed a big man. Now Turner's there. You're not going to play Turner and Cat together. So you're going to have to get a third team involved to give up another star. Because I think Mikal would be gone. I think Hart would be gone. I think OG would stay. Cat would stay because now there's no need for that.
I think OG would have to go.
I agree.
You can't do that.
Your biggest problem, you have no picks.
Well, that's why I said you got to get a third team involved or a fourth team involved.
But that's not sufficient enough. They want your picks. If they're giving you Giannis, they want your picks because when you're crap in 5 years' time, they're going to directly benefit off you.
Well,
they don't want to bank on a third team essentially being involved with this because right now you don't have any picks that you can give away. You can only swap a couple picks, which is not enticing enough for. Remember, we know Luka went for 1 first-round pick, but that's like such an anomaly of a situation. Kevin Durant and James Harden went for 4 picks and 4 swaps.
Well, who's to say that the Knicks take a page out of the Nets book a la trading back for your picks?
Well, we won't do that. The only reason why the Rockets did that trade with us was because they wanted Kevin Durant, and they gave them their picks back because we had them.
I understand, but what if the Nets are like, the Knicks aren't going to suck in 2-3 years from now? Mm-hmm. We're going to have a pick that's in the late 20s. We can just give it back to them for something that's of like a player or another pick that's later on.
Mm-hmm. I just don't think we'd do that.
2030s.
We've had so many like good players taken in front of us in the late first round that turn out to be good, like Tyrese Maxey. So it's just especially because we're rivals, I don't see us doing that. The Rockets are in another conference. They wanted to get someone from Phoenix, so we gave them the picks back because we got so many from Mikal Bridges. Mm-hmm. And plus, whatever offer you come up with, you could offer the Bucks Mikal Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns, and OG Anunoby, and both San Antonio and the Thunder can comfortably outbid you without even breaking a sweat. Mm-hmm. I just don't see it happening. I also don't really think the Bucks will trade Giannis in conference. If anything, I think the Hawks probably have the best chance at getting him, even more than us, because right now they have not given Trae Young any extension talks. So could be a Giannis or bust situation.
As much as James Edwards' article is great for Knicks fans, but the feasibility of it, we would be left with no depth.
Yeah.
More than we. So the Giannis thing is not feasible for us long term wise because you're losing 3 starters for 1 starter coming back.
I think
maybe some bench pieces.
I think the other problem too is that Giannis is 30 years old already.
Yeah.
Hasn't made it out of the first round in 3 years, and he's gotten hurt at the end of the season for the past 3 seasons. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a red flag.
The only thing I would see the Knicks if they get the 1 seed and you want to improve it at the deadline, you just go out to the buyout market. I don't think you really can't trade anybody away. You got to keep the team together.
I think keep this
So,
team.
I think
If
your
you're the
hope,
Knicks.
You know.
I think your hope is that you just claw yourself out of the East. And hope
Exactly.
you don't run into OKC, Houston, or Denver in the
Yep.
in the finals.
Yeah.
Hope
I
for a
agree.
Cinderella run. But Gio, real quick before we move on, your
Yeah.
thoughts on the Mikal Bridges extension?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I actually, unpopular opinion, I think Mikal Bridges is a good player. I do.
Okay,
Obviously, he's not worth all the picks that they gave up to get him.
right.
That's obvious. But I think nonetheless, he's a good player and he adds value to the Knicks as currently constructed. I think he's going to be good for them.
Okay, I mean, fair. Last season averaged 17 and a half, 3 rebounds, 4 assists on 50% from the field. Not bad. It's just like he'll always have that cloud over his head
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
6 first-round picks.
Exactly.
And that's always going to be the toughest part because those are some pretty hefty picks the Knicks
It
gave
is.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing with Mikal, the playoffs were phenomenal for him. I want to see that in the regular season. Like, we hated on him on the regular season so much because he just shot the ball and missed like 10 shots plus a game.
I mean, his playoff stats weren't great. He
It-
just made specific
He made
good
them-
plays.
that's-
Timely plays.
Exactly.
That's
he only
the reason
averaged.
why.
And
only
that's
averaged
huge for me. If you can come up in the clutch and make timely plays, that's more important to
Yeah.
me than the other stuff.
the problem is though is that the games they lost, he was a no-show.
That's, yeah, exactly.
And even in the
problem.
Boston,
That
like,
shows you that they need him.
but even in the Boston series too, had 2 insane plays at the end, gave them nothing for the first 6 of 8 quarters in that series.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but
So you need
ended
consistency.
up winning. He won them the game though.
Essentially,
Yes.
yes.
Essentially.
But that series will always have the what if about Tatum getting hurt and
Yeah.
everything of that nature. And Indiana game planned him so well, they pretty much took him out, except
Yeah.
for maybe 1 game out of the 6. But look, I thought the contract was going to be a lot worse than this. I think Knicks fans can walk out feeling a little bit more hopeful, considering you are in a weaker Eastern Conference. However, teams did get better. While Boston got worse, while Indiana got worse, take a look at Atlanta, take a look at Orlando, take a look at Detroit. Teams got better. And, I think the East, while the East is wide open, it's going to be really competitive this season.
Yeah.
For sure. It's gonna be fun.
Very excited to see it because, look, who would you say ideally is in the mix? The Knicks, the Cavs,
Orlando.
the Pistons, the Magic, the Hawks.
I wouldn't say the Hawks, but you would.
The Hawks have to be in the mix.
That's fair, I guess.
I think they have to be.
I mean, I would still throw Boston in there a little bit.
You
It
could.
depends.
I think you could throw Boston just because of Jaylen Brown
Yeah.
and Derek White and company. I think
Yeah, the
for-
teams you said, I mean, I don't think anybody else would take a jump this year.
I don't really see it. Because
no.
even if a team like Toronto or Philly gets healthy, I don't see them formulating.
Oh yeah, Philly. I forgot about Philly. I think
Yeah.
Philly's gonna
True.
take a huge jump.
Oh,
I'm talking about
stop
NBA
it.
Finals, baby. Let's
That's
go.
crazy.
I'm not even a Philly fan, by the way, but I think they.
Yeah,
I think they're
definitely.
gonna take a big jump this year.
Okay.
Healthy
whatever.
Embiid. That's all I'm gonna say.
Whatever floats your boat, I suppose. But look, I mean, 4 years, 150, 37 and a half is very steep for a role player. But, this year he'll be making 33. Next year he'll be making 36. 29 he'll be making 38. Then he has a player option for
Yeah.
41 and a half. And then the year afterwards
yeah.
for 62 on the cap hit is
Yeah.
insane.
I think the player option he probably would decline.
oh, he has to.
Get a new contract, and then just if the Knicks want him, keep him. If not, move forward. That's it.
I don't think he'll be on the team till that player option.
No.
I think maybe next year he gets traded,
Okay.
or maybe the expiring year before in 29,
Yeah.
before the player option, or he just opts out and resigns. Anything can really happen. It's the Knicks, so
We'll see.
they're always going to be in that sort of mix for everything.
Yeah.
And
We'll see
this
how
is-
the season goes for them.
Exactly. This is why Jalen Brunson took the pay cut. This is why Mikal Bridges took $6 million less so they can stay under the repeater and under the second apron.